Hello everyone, this is Dr. Mihir Shah once again with another video. In this video we are going to solve November 2019 university question paper under the subject commodity and derivative market. Again a very important video for all the TYBMS Sem 5 student. In this video we are going to solve all the practical problem sum that had appeared in November 2019 question paper. So let us see what are the various types of sum that had appeared and how to solve them in the most easiest manner. Okay, now the first question reads as the spot price of gold is rupees 39,000, the locker rent is rupees 500 and the insurance charges are 750. Interest rates are borrowed on borrowed fund is 12% per annum compounded on monthly basis. What will be the fair value of 3 months future contract? So in this sum basically they are telling us to find the fair value of the contract. Okay, so let us see now how to solve the fair value base. So first we will note down all the data that they have given us. Okay, so now in this sum they have given us the very first thing is spot rate. So I'm writing the spot price is rupees 39,000. Okay, that is the spot price of the gold. Okay, along with that they're giving you the locker rent, which is rupees 500. They are given us insurance charges, which is 750. Okay, they're giving you the interest rate. So rate is equal to 12%, which is nothing but 0.12. And they have given you, and they told you this is the interest is going to be on compound interest, because I'm writing a CI, compound interest based. Okay, they are telling you the number of months. So your N year is 3 months. And they're asking us to find the fair value. Okay, fair value question mark not given. So now let us see how to find the fair value. So first what we'll do, first we'll note down the formula. Fair value of future, the formula is equal to spot price. Now this is compound interest based. Okay, this is based on compound interest, so into 1 plus the rate upon 12 raised to the power of n. Okay, that will be the formula that we'll be using. Now spot rate in the sum, spot rate is basically all the amounts that they are given us. Okay, so they are giving you the gold value, which is 39,000, the locker rent, which is 500, and insurance 750. So all together they become spot rate into 1 plus rate is 0.12 upon 12 raised to the power of n. The number they are given you is 3 months. Okay, so now 39 plus 500 plus 750 will give you 40,250 into, now this on the calculator, on the calc it will become 0.12 divided by 12, so that will become 0.01. 1 plus 01 is 1.01 raised to the power of cube. So now we need to find the cube first of this. So that will be 40250 into the cube will be 1.030301 on the calc. Now we multiply last stage. So final answer will be rupees 41,469.62. So our final answer, they are asked us to find the fair value. The final answer is this one. Therefore the fair value of future, you can write a statement, is equal to rupees 41,469.62. Okay, so this is how you all had to solve the problem sum based on fair value. Okay, I hope everyone have understood. Very simple, just note down the data and the formula and substitute the formula. Chalo, go through it once and then we'll jump to the next sum. Okay, I'll read the question once. Katapa buys a put option of Bahubali Limited at a strike price of rupees 30 for a premium of rupees 6. So now this is a sum based on put option where based on buyer's payoff. Okay, so put option has been bought. Calculate the profit or loss of Katapa if the market price of the share is 14, 16, 18, 26 and so on. Also draw the payoff diagram. Now when such kind of sum is given, the first we'll create the table. Chalo, so first let me create the table and we create the x and y axis of the diagram. Okay, so this is how the table and the diagram ka x and y axis should look. So we'll have exercise price, spot price, intrinsic value, premium, and profit and loss. Okay, so now as per the question, we'll read it again. In the question, they have given us various spot prices. So we'll note down that first. So it's 14, 16, 18, 26, 28, 30, 31, 35, 39, and the strike price or the exercise price that they are given is 30. So we note down 30 in each and every order. Okay, now the intrinsic value. Now this is very important. When there is a put option and buyer's payoff, always remember that point where both of them are equal, from that point onwards, as the price rises, the value becomes zero. Put means opposite, okay, opposite to call. So input, the lower the better. So and thereafter there will be all profitability. So 30 minus 28 is 2, then we have 4, 30 minus is 12, 30 minus 16 is 14, and 16. The intrinsic value will keep increasing in that order. Okay, now this is put buy option. Under buy there will always payment, so premium will be less, and they are giving you a premium of rupees 6, so it will be negative 6 in each case. Okay, so 16 minus 6 will give you 10, then we have 8, we have 6, negative 2, negative 4, negative 6, negative 6, negative 6, negative 6. So this is how you all had to make the put option buyer's payoff table. Once the table is done, now we can jump on to making the diagram. First, on x-axis we will mark the spot prices. So it's 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. We first note down 14, 16, 18, 26, 28, 30, 11, 35, and 31, 35, and 39. Okay, and under intrinsic values and all, so the maximum value is like 16. So if I take two cards, so 2 4 6 8 10 12 14 6, okay, I can go to 2 times tables. So 2 4 6 8 10 12 14 and 16 and 18 on top, and same way negative में negative 2 negative 4 negative 6 negative 8, because it doesn't go beyond negative 8. Okay, chalo, we'll first mark the intrinsic values. So the intrinsic value at 14 is 16, then it is 14, at 18 it is 12, okay, at 26 it is 4, at 28 it is 2, at 30 it is 0, and then it is constant 0 till the 39. Okay, so now we can join this. Okay, same way now we make the payoff graph, the curve of PNL. So positive 10, then positive 8, and then directly then there is 6, positive 6, then we have negative 2, negative 4, okay, and then negative 6 constant till the end. Okay, same way we can draw the graph out of it. thereafter it is constant. Okay, so the first part, this is the IV line and this is the profit and loss. This was our payoff diagram. Okay, so this was a sum based where they asked us to make the payoff table of put option under buyer's scenario and the payoff diagram along with it. Okay, so this is how you all had to solve this particular sum. I hope everyone have understood that. You can go through it once. Okay. Okay, in the next question, it is it reads as the cost of 1 kg of silver is 65,000 and the locker rent is 2,500. The insurance are 500 a month. Interest rate on borrowed fund is 12% and which is to be compounded on monthly basis, and what will be the fair value of 1 month contract. Okay, now when such kind of question is given, so we'll first note down all the things that I have given us. So number one, they are giving you the cost of silver. So I'm writing here cost of silver, which is 65,000. We have locker rent, which is 2,500. Insurance, which is 500. The rate, which is 12%, so that is 0.12, and that is also on compound base. So I'm writing a compound interest. Okay, and they have given you 1 month, so the number is 1 month. Okay, and they are asking us to find the fair value. Now we know the formula of fair value, so chalo, let us see. Now fair value is equal to the spot price into 1 plus r upon 12 raised to the power of n. Now in our case, spot price is made up of all the values they have given as the cost, so that is 65,000 plus 2,500 plus 500 into 1 plus r, that is 0.12 upon 12 raised to the power of 1. So 65 plus 3,000 is 68,000 into, now 0. So this basically becomes 0.12 divided by 12 is 0.01 raised to the power of 1. So that is 68,000 into 1.01. So when you multiply, you get it 68,680. So therefore, the fair value is equal to rupees 68,680. Okay, so this is some that you all had to solve under this particular question 4C. Okay, we have the spot, they have given us the various spot, they have given you the rate, they gave you the month. You just have to apply into the formula and get the answer. Okay, so you can go through it once. Okay, now the next question reads as Mr. Ballavdeva takes a position in the future market through the following sanction. Number one, sold Hero Motor Corp futures for 7930. On expiry, the cash market price was 8,000. Find out the profit or loss for lot size 50. Then it took a long of 10 contracts of RBL at 960 and settlement price was 1050. Calculate the profit or loss made if the contract size was 300. Okay, so contract size is also given, so that will be useful for finding the total value. So chalo, now there are two options, so we'll do the first option pehle. So the very first thing is always the contract price. We make a bracket, then settlement. Okay, now in the first it's given he sold, so the contract is based on selling, so in settlement you'll have to do the buying. So he sold for 7930, so he bought it for 8,000. Okay, so next step is we need to find the profit or loss. So we note down the formula. Profit or loss is equal to selling price minus the buying price. So our selling was 7930 and buying is 8,000. So basically there is a loss of 70 rupees. Okay, so we have a loss. So total loss, one contract का 70 rupees का loss is there, and the contract size, the lot size given is of 50 shares. This was of 1, so into 50, and the contract size is of 300. Okay, so on the calculator we have 70 into 50 into 300, so it comes to 10,50,000. Okay, now we need to draw the payoff table or the payoff diagram. Very simple, we make the y-axis and the x-axis. Okay, step 1, we first note down the prices. So 7930 comes first and then 8,000 comes later on. On top we have the profits, bottom we have the losses. In this case there's a loss, so I'm noting a loss of negative 70. Okay, now always check selling and settlement. Settlement, on the date of settlement there was a loss of 8,000. So from the contract date till the loss, our diagram will be bottom side. Okay, this was a loss on the settlement date. There was, because of the settlement date there was a loss, so settlement pe we put a dot and then we mark it through the contract price. Okay, so this was my loss and this whole thing is known as the payoff diagram. Okay, so this is how you all had to do the first part. Now I hope everyone have understood that. So now we'll jump to the second part. Same logic, so we'll first write contract price, okay, brackets and settlement, again brackets. So in the second it's given that he took a long position. Long position matlab he's buying. Long means to buy. So on the settlement date it will be selling. He bought something for 960 rupees and he sold for 1050. So next step will be we need to find the profit or loss. Formula is selling price less the buying. Okay, selling is 1050, buying is 960. So on the calci 1050 minus 960, there is a profit of rupees 90 because that's a positive value. So we have a profit of rupees 90. So let us find the total profit. Therefore total profit is equal to 90 into the contract was of 10 contract and the contract size was 300. So we have 90 into 10 into 300. Okay. Achha, so now look, if you look carefully in the question, they've also told you, see, in the first part, they told you find out the total profit or loss of Hero Motocorp's car, find the profit or loss for lot size 50. So if it is a lot size 50 car, so what we'll do here is, this is for the total thing. So now, rather than that, what we'll do, we'll make it first for the 50 part, and for 300, we'll keep it separately for both, okay? So we'll just make some changes there. 70 into 50, so that was 3500. So we change this part, this will become 3500 ka loss. Okay, same way, total profit right now it is only for 10, so that will become 900 ka profit. Okay, we will make the payoff diagram now, and then we will see the total, calculate the profit made if the contract size was 300. So then we'll see for 300 what would be the answer. Okay, so we made a little bit of changes in the solution. So first we are just finding for whatever they asked us to find, and then later on we'll see the second part, because there are two parts in this. Okay, so for this again, payoff diagram, two values, 960 is first and then 1050 on set. Okay, top is profits, bottom is loss. On the settlement date, settlement was on 1050. There was a profit of 90, so I'll make the marking 90. So from the contract date till that will be the profit. Okay, this was the payoff diagram. Okay, so remember, we just took for 70 into 50 rate. Now for that B part, okay, the next part, find the profit or loss made if the contract size was 300. So under that, if it was 300 ka contract size, there was a loss of 70, so it will be 70 into 300. So that would be 70 into 300, so that would be loss of 21,000. And for the second case, it would have been 90 into 300. So that would have been a profit of 27,000. Okay, this is if contract size is 300. Okay, so first one was on, we are taking it on only on 50, second on 10, that is on the respected values that they had given, and thereafter we are taken for that separately for the 300 part. Okay, so this is how you all had to solve the sum based on futures, where they are given you on buy and sell, and they ask you to make the payoff diagram. Okay, so I hope everyone have understood that. You can note it down once. Okay, so with that we will be ending this video here. Thank you.